Okay, picture this. The clock's winding down. You've just given up the lead. You thought you'd finally snap this agonizing, like 21 game losing streak. And the feeling in the stadium must have been just with dread. Until bang, this player, there it is, Clark, what a name, takes a kickoff back all the way, touchdown. I mean, the joy, the relief, pure chaos. And folks, that's really just a little taste of the absolute craziness that was week one college football. Welcome to the deep dive. So this week, yeah, we're jumping right into that wild opening weekend. It was exhilarating, totally unpredictable, just nuts. We've basically gone through all the scores, the highlights, some real jaw droppers, and the new faces everyone's talking about. We want to pull out what really matters. Our mission here is simple: give you the shortcut, help you understand what actually happened, and maybe what it means for the season rolling forward. All right, let's get into it because week one wasn't just football's back. No, it was a spectacle, drama, upsets, new stars popping up everywhere.
It's pretty amazing, isn't it? Just how fast things changed. Like the stories we thought we knew going in, some of those got torn up immediately. New narratives started right away, challenging all those preseason ideas.
Totally.
You had those moments, yeah, like that Kent State return you mentioned, just unforgettable, but also these huge matchups that just boom, reshaped how we see the top teams from day one. It really does set a fascinating tone for the whole year ahead.
It absolutely does. And speaking of reshaping views, let's talk about the shockers.
Yeah.
The big surprises from opening weekend. I mean, the biggest headline, probably for a lot of people, was No 8 Alabama falling to Florida State. That wasn't just any loss.
Yeah.
It felt like a statement. You had Coach Saban with the no excuse comments afterwards. And Florida State, they really backed up all their talk.
Oh, that game sent ripples immediately all across the country. An early loss like that, especially, to another top team, it's more than just one L on the record. It's a mental thing, too. For Bama, they've got to be almost perfect now, right?
Yeah.
The rest of the way. That committee watches everything. Huge pressure. And it totally validated Florida State. Showed they're for real, ready to play with anyone.
That pressure cooker. It's intense from the jump.
Yeah.
And that wasn't the only big top 10 game with drama, was it?
Yeah.
We also saw No 4 Clemson just narrowly losing on the road at No 4-9 LSU. That was a really defensive battle, gritty stuff.
Yeah, it was.
LSU holds them off. That's a huge win for them,
Yeah.
especially on the road. Massive morale boost.
Definitely. A road win against a team like Clemson, top 10, that can really forge a team's identity early on. For LSU, it maybe hints their defense is getting back on track after, well, a few shaky years by their standards.
Right.
But for Clemson, it's a bit of a gut check, One loss doesn't kill the season, obviously, but it puts them in a tougher spot, rankings-wise. They got to regroup fast, figure things out on offense.
And then you've got that Kent State story. Just amazing. As I mentioned, snapping that brutal 21-game losing streak. They were up 14-3. Then Merrimack scores 14 straight, takes the lead late in the fourth. You think, oh, no, here we go again. And then Dorelis Clark just takes it to the house, puts them back up for good. I mean, you could just feel the relief for that team. What does a win like that do for a program?
Oh, it's monumental. For a team like Kent State, breaking a streak that long and doing it that dramatically, it's way more than just one win. It's like a culture changer. It builds belief, the coaches, the players.
Yeah.
It validates all that work. Huge for recruiting, too, potentially.
Yeah.
Those are the moments that really pull a team and its whole community together. Just shows what sticking with it can do.
It really does.
Yeah.
And it wasn't all just the massive upsets, right? So many close calls, teams just surviving. Look at Nebraska. They kind of survived against Cincinnati, needed that interception in the last minute. Part of that whole, Big Ten wins, 4 ugly ones on Thursday thing.
Rutgers, Minnesota, Wisconsin, too. All tight games.
Exactly. And Texas A&M, they got pushed by UTSA, tied 17-all after UTSA ripped off that long run to start the second half. But then the Aggie D just locked it down. 6 straight 3-and-outs. Let the offense pull away.
See, those close calls tell you a lot, even early on. For Nebraska, yeah, they got the W, but it shows where they need work fast. But A&M, the fact their defense could just clamp down like that, force 6 straight stops after getting punched in the mouth, that says something about their talent, their conditioning maybe. It's not always about being perfect in week one. It's about showing you can adjust, execute when things get tight. That resilience, that's what contenders have.
And for you listening, these early results, they matter. They aren't just blips. They're kind of the first strokes on the season's canvas. They mess with the rankings right away, start building storylines, give you the first real look at who might be overrated or who might be a sleeper. These are the things the playoff committee remembers later on. Now, a lot of these finishes, these upsets, they often come down to just incredible individual plays. especially from the quarterback spot. And week one, man, it was a real quarterback carousel. New guys stepping up, freshmen making debuts, transfers making an instant impact.
You're absolutely right. It's like a snapshot of modern college football, isn't it? The sheer number of new QBs starting, whether they're true freshmen or transfers, it says so much about how rosters are built now. Player development, the portal. Teams maybe aren't as patient. The portal gives you quick fixes, and it throws these young guys right into the fire. Super high stakes.
And what a fire. Okay, Michigan. Bryce Underwood, the #1 QB recruit. He comes in, sparks the offense right away. Okay, maybe they didn't cover the spread, but he looked active. 12 of 17, 144 yards just in the first half. Looked pretty composed. Then contrast that with, say, Ohio State's Julian Sayin, another huge five-star talent. But his first start against the #1 team in the country, Texas. Talk about pressure.
Yeah, that's immense.
His old teammate Will Howard said he was ready, but still. What are the challenges for these true freshmen walking into that?
Oh, the challenge. It's not just the physical part, learning the playbook. It's way more mental. The stage, the lights, the media, and facing defenses that are designed specifically to confuse and exploit any little bit of inexperience, saying, like you said, stepping out against #OneTexas. That takes a level of poise most 18-year-olds just don't have yet. So how they handle that, even if it's just a solid kind of quiet game, that tells you a lot about their future. It's a huge psychological test.
Definitely. And then you've got the transfers making waves. Oregon gets Dante Moore from UCLA. He looks sharp, really sharp. 18 for 23, 213 yards, 3 TDs. Looks like he might live up to that five-star hype he had coming out of high school.
Yeah, he looked good.
And Oklahoma's guy, John Mateer, came over from Washington State, throws for almost 400 yards, really opened it up in the fourth quarter. How's that transfer experience different?
Oh, the portal has just changed the game at QB, hasn't it? Guys like Moore, like Mateer, they often have more snaps under their belt, even if it was somewhere else. They've felt the pressure before. Their challenge is different. It's fitting into a new system fast, learning new teammates, a new culture, earning trust. Often it's maybe their best or last real shot to shine. And week one showed a lot of them are absolutely ready. They bring that immediate production.
And some guys just, bam, hit the ground running. Florida's DJ Lagway looked great in the first half. 15 of 18, 3 touchdowns early.
Really efficient.
And Texas A&M's Marcel Reed, over 300 total yards, 4 passing TDs, helped out, of course, by guys like Casey Concepcion, that 80-yard punt return TD. Explosive transfers helping out the new QBs.
Exactly. Those are the plays that light up a fan base, get that early Heisman buzz going, even if it's just week one chatter. And what's interesting, too, is how offenses are sometimes built now to help these new guys. Maybe simplify reads early, let the playmakers, make play. Like Concepcion, you need guys like that who can just take it to the house on their own.
Yes.
It takes pressure off the new QB.
Yeah, it wasn't all perfect debuts, was it? We saw the other side, too, the tough starts.
Yeah.
Arch Manning at Texas came in with all that Heisman hype, preseason favorite for some, and his odds just plummeted after that Ohio State game.
Yeah.
Just looked, I guess, lackluster is the word people used. His inexperience got exposed on the road. Really shows how tough this level is.
Absolutely. That Manning situation, it really highlights the pressure cooker these kids are in.
Right.
And how unforgiving it is. Expectations were just sky high. So when he struggles, especially in a big road game like that, it shows even the biggest talents can get overwhelmed. And now defenses have film. They know how to attack that inexperience. So he's got to adjust, like now. It's a tough learning curve when everyone's watching.
So the big takeaway for you listening on all these quarterbacks, this flood of new talent, freshmen, transfers, it's changing how teams are built, how they play. The learning curve is real steep. Week one gave us a really clear look at who might be ready, who maybe needs more time. It's just dynamic. College football rosters now are always shifting, okay, beyond the scores, beyond the QB stories. Week one always gives us those moments, right? The plays you just rewind, the personalities. Let's talk highlights because there were some beauties.
Oh, yeah. Those individual plays, the crazy catches, the long kicks, they stick with you just as much as the final score, sometimes more. But they also matter, Team morale, recruiting buzz maybe, even betting lines shift on plays like that, especially this early. They become part of the story.
They really do, like folklore, almost. How about that catch by Florida's Vernell Brown III? That one-hander, wow, 41 yards.
Incredible.
Or the kicker from Iowa State, Kyle Conradi, nails a 63-yard field goal, shatters the school record, ties for like 13th longest ever in FBS history. Just nuts.
And defense making plays, too. Tennessee got that strip sack fumble recovery for a TD by Colton Hood that sealed their early lead. Huge momentum swing.
Yeah.
Arkansas had that accidental onside kick. You just got to love the chaos sometimes.
Right.
And Southern Miss, tying the game against Mississippi State on that wild tip drill TV. Ball gets batted up. Micah Davis catches it falling into the end zone. You can't make this stuff up.
Pure college football magic. It really is. But, okay, beyond the single plays, we also saw some interesting team identity stuff, didn't we? Like LSU. For years, they were DBU, right? Defensive back university. But their pass defense numbers haven't been great lately, like not even top 75.
Yeah, that's been a point of discussion.
So even with that big week 1 win, does that performance challenge that old identity a bit?
It's an interesting question. That DBU brand is huge for LSU, especially recruiting. But if the stats on the field don't consistently back it up, well, it could make things tougher long term. Week 1 showed they can play tough defense in a big spot, but yeah, that identity question, it might still be lingering. Even after a win like that, consistency is key there.
Keeps us guessing. And speaking of the bigger picture, how about Tulane? Suddenly, they're looking like maybe an early favorite for that Group of 6 playoff spot. Their QB, Jake Retzlaff, the transfer from BYU, looks really dynamic, had that long, like 69-yard touchdown run. That performance definitely boosted their national profile, didn't it?
Absolutely. That's what 1 week can do for a Group of 6 team. Every game is basically an audition. Put up a good showing, especially against a decent opponent. Suddenly, you're in the conversation. They get on the committee's radar. Now they just have to stay there week after week.
And, it wasn't just about the action between the lines. There was that really poignant moment, too, with Lee Corso, his final college game day headgear pick. Putting on Brutus Buckeye one last time. Just a legend. Started that whole thing back in '96.
Yeah, quite a moment.
Picked Ohio State 45 times, a record, just an icon of the sport, getting a nice send-off. His legacy is just, it's part of college football.
It really is. Those moments connect different generations of fans, Corso embodied the fun, the passion of it all. His farewell was a nice reminder of the traditions that make the sport special, even with all the changes we've been talking about. He just made predictions entertaining.
So, after all that, this wild, chaotic, electrifying week 1, what does it really mean for you looking ahead? How do these moments, these upsets, these QB debuts, how does it all fit together?
Well, I think it means the game is just more wide open, more unpredictable than maybe ever before, especially with the portal, the young QBs making such an instant impact. Week 1 isn't just shaking off rust anymore. It's laying down the first layer of the whole season's story. It sets the stage who might rise, who might stumble, who's going to surprise us. And it also probably means those early season betting lines. They're really tricky this year with all the roster turnover. You really got to understand these new dynamics. It's a sport that's constantly evolving.
And that wraps up our deep dive into week 1 of the college football season. What a start. We've hit the big upsets, the drama, the impact of all the new quarterback talent, and relived some of those plays you just won't forget. I mean, it's kind of amazing how much has already happened in just one weekend. So this whole dive, it was really designed to give you that clear picture, the key stories, the important performances, setting you up for what's next. Hopefully, you feel like you've got the essential insights now to follow the season with a really sharp eye. And as we look ahead to week 2, you've got teams like Michigan, Oklahoma. They won, but maybe looked a bit sluggish. They've got big games coming up. Ask yourself this. Are these flashes we saw in week 1, the brilliance, the struggles, are they real signs of what's to come? Or is this just, the beautiful, glorious chaos of college football setting the stage for even bigger surprises down the line?